And welcome back, everybody, to a contentious episode of the TV show. We're talking Eagles here, not on the show, but just before the show. My name is Jay Black.
Angelo and I were doing our old radio show
Yes, we were.
before we started the TV show.
And
That
you know
should-
what, Rhea? Jay's the only one that heard it. Jay, you should send us each a check.
You know what? I think we should set up a new Patreon tier. Follow us on Patreon. Hear Angelo and Rhea go at each other over who's the fault at the Eagles game. I think we can make some dough on this. But yes, I will be sending you each 88 cents. All right, so we're gonna hop right into stuff today because right before Rhea came on, Angelo was telling me about the Golden Globes, which was this Sunday. I think that I haven't checked the official ratings yet, but I think it was watched by Angelo and me and nobody else. I don't think anybody really cares about the Golden Globes. First off, Angelo, let's talk Nikki Glaser. Last year, she was a revelation. I thought this year she was a little bit more cozy with the establishment. Did you feel the same way?
I think you went in with that preconceived notion.
Possibly.
Nikki Glaser is the absolute only good thing about the Golden Globes this year. Her monologue was fantastic.
Yeah.
For example, Rhea, imagine this. She's on CBS.
Yes.
And on CBS, she
Yes.
calls out the woman
Yeah.
who runs 60 Minutes,
Yeah.
Barry Weiss,
Yeah.
literally calls her out on her network. And she's like a bully and she's like nasty and she's totally not journalistic. She's the latest Trump ass kisser. All right. So she kills stories because they didn't get the latest BS from the administration. She's horrible, and Nikki got her. And then Rhea, even better. She took on Sean Penn.
No.
Sure. Now here's the thing, Rhea. There was a time when you smoked. Could you today, in a
Yeah.
packed room, light up a cigarette?
Only if I was high.
No. Sean Penn did it all night.
And nobody stopped him, right? And nobody stopped him.
stopped him because he's Sean Penn. But then
Exactly.
Nikki Glaser, and he looked like he had just stuck his finger in an electric socket. His hair was all gaga, all over the place. And she looked at him and she referred to him as a leather handbag.
No.
Yes. And
Love it.
Jay, you saw he didn't like it.
He did not like it. No. He was
And at
not a
that
fan.
Apparently
point,
doesn't have a mirror.
At that point, I ran up to my 82-inch screen and kissed Nikki Glaser on the forehead. Right? I thought she was great. And then they started with the all the stupid awards, and it just went right in the tank.
Too
It was
many
bad.
awards. Too many.
Oh.
Do you care about the awards? It's hard to care when there's 16 different best awards given for best comedy, best drama, best comedy TV, best drama TV. I find it impossible to care. Do you care at all?
Yeah.
Well, see, the problem with the Golden Globes on Sunday is I was too busy watching an incredible drama of the Eagles driving directly off of a cliff into the abyss. So, there's their first problem is they're running it against the NFL. So your
True.
ratings are going to be terrible. And it isn't like you can even run it on Monday now because the NFL has decided playoff games on Monday is a good idea. It's a terrible idea. Nobody watches. I mean, I'm sure they'll get ratings, but I did not watch a second of it. And I'll be very honest. The only award show I find any entertainment value in are the Grammys because of the performances.
They actually
The only
perform.
award show I'll check out the Golden Globes the next day, like every other woman. I want to see the outfits.
Oh,
That's
that's
it.
fair.
Well, the outfits were not bad. All right, but I got a couple of things here because first of all, that stupid movie, One Battle After Another, won a ton of awards, and the one that offended me was screenplay, because even people who like that movie acknowledged there was zero character development. There was no real story. It was just basically writing it from one battle to the other. That's the whole movie. And yet it won screenplay. And here's the worst one. And Rhea, you should be angry too. Podcast.
No.
They gave away the award for the best podcast. Amy Poehler, part of the TV community, of course.
Yeah.
I looked it up, Jay. You know how many podcasts there are?
How many?
4.5 million.
That seems high.
Wow.
Do you think
Yes.
they sifted through 100 of those? How do they proclaim one podcast? And where were we? We
Exactly.
talk about the TV community. Rhea Hughes. There isn't an award for best British TV commentary in America. Hello.
Is it a shock that they gave the award to a TV actress? I mean,
No,
really?
that's the point. It was
Yeah.
it was fixed. It
Yeah.
was fixed, and I demand a recount.
We don't have to win. Just nominate us. That's all I want.
Exactly.
A
One thing, Jay.
nomination.
Jay, one thing. Are you wearing a bathrobe right now?
No, I'm wearing a cardigan that looks like a bathrobe.
And a undershirt with a coffee stain on it. Is that correct?
There a coffee stain? Oh my goodness, there is a coffee stain.
Jay, maybe we have a better chance if you spruce up a little.
You know what?
That's
This
all
is
I'm
me
saying.
sprucing up. I was looking down at my t-shirt. I was like, I better throw a cardigan over this so that I look good for the podcast.
You don't look good. You look worse than
Hey.
Sean Penn did.
I need a consultant. We lost best costuming this year.
No, yeah, we
Boy.
definitely lost that.
Well, hey,
That's for
important thing though, Angelo. Like I said, I think one battle after the other is destined for the Oscars. All of the awards is pointing towards an Oscar win. At which point, Jay Black, am vindicated for my opinions on movies and TV.
No, you're
I
not.
got
You're
it
just
right.
part of a pack of idiots. That's all it is.
Well, a high-end idiot, that's for sure. All right. I want to talk for a second about Pluribus because I was looking at the ratings for December, and the ratings for Pluribus were through the roof. It's already got, let me see, it's 36% of Apple's viewership is up.
Wow.
Apple's up 36% because of Pluribus. In 1 month, it's already become the most streamed show on Apple, which is insane when you consider it's got shows like Your Friends and Neighbors, The Morning Show, The Studio. I mean, there are big shows on here. And Angelo, you were in it first, then you were out, and then you told me you were back in. I never left. I like Pluribus all along. But can you analyze this for me? Is it because it's not Rhea Seehorn? She's great, but I don't know if people really know her. Vince Gilligan. We're really nerds that talk about showrunners. Was it the marketing? Was it the show itself? What put this thing on the map like it did?
Let me start with Rhea Seehorn, because I found out at the Golden Globes that she mispronounces her own name. Rhea, she calls herself Rhea.
Oh, we had an old boss. I don't know if you remember him. Butch Foster.
Yeah.
I stopped correcting him. Rhea called me Rhea for years. And I was like, it was better than Rita, which Al used to call me all the time. So I'll take it.
But I'll tell you, Rhea, the truth is I find that pronunciation pretentious. I don't think it's the right pronunciation, but she is great at it. I did try to analyze this, but I think you guys have an advantage over me because you have young people in your house.
Yeah.
I think sci-fi now, which is really what Pluribus is. Sci-fi brings in a younger audience that a Better Call Saul, which frankly is a better show.
It is, yes.
But Better Call Saul was just basically, an adult show. This, I think, brings in a younger audience, and they hung in with it. The most surprising thing to me is a young audience took on and approved a slow burn TV show. You had to plod through the first 5 episodes, and I would have thought most young people would have not tolerated that. But what it said to me is sci-fi, and maybe we're not giving young people enough credit for their attention span.
Rhea, do you agree with that? Because I will say in my family, my 15-year-old daughter and 18-year-old son watched it together. They loved it. Do you think it's the sci-fi element of it? What do you think?
Probably because I know Clark loves sci-fi. And I mean, let's just talk about the phenomenon that was Stranger Things that I became addicted to. I've never in my life been a sci-fi. I don't watch Star Wars. I never watched Star Trek. I never, ever cared for any of that stuff. And because they attached a story to it and characters that I loved. So I was willing to, and I also don't like horror because Stranger Things was horror and
Mhm.
sci-fi in it. But because there was a storyline, now I have not seen Pluribus. I'm assuming there was a great storyline.
Yeah.
So that always works. I mean, it just does. And you can live with the sci-fi part of it.
There was a central mystery. I saw you shaking your head, Angelo. Once you got invested in the mystery, you wanted to
Mm,
know what was going to happen. They didn't reveal a lot right away, but I
right.
wanted to know what was going on from the very second. And Rhea, whatever she calls herself, she's so compelling as an actress.
She is
I'm
great.
okay sitting with her while she tries to figure it out.
But she's even better in Better Call Saul.
She
If
is.
you
She is.
watch
It's a better show.
the final episodes of Better Call Saul, Rhea Seahorn takes over and just blows it. It's so brilliant. Which there's a scene on the bus. I've talked about it before. It's one of the best pieces of acting I've ever seen in my whole life by
Yeah.
that woman. That woman is talented. But here's the thing. There's another aspect of this that's interesting, and it's that I hung in not for Rhea Seahorn, not for anything except the showrunner, Vince Gilligan, the
Hmm.
creator of it, the guy who basically oversees it. And I don't think I've ever done that before. Like the showrunners usually, do we care? Does
Right.
it matter? Do people even know who a showrunner is or what they do?
Just us nerds.
I stuck in because I had seen what he did with Breaking Bad and with Better Call Saul. And I said, Vince Gilligan will tell me a good story. And eventually he did.
Yeah, and they're going to season 2. He says he's got 4 seasons, although he recently said, I'll do it for as long as Rhea wants to. So, maybe we're going to be here until 2029. Who knows? Okay, so if you've been paying attention at all to the prices of streaming services, maybe just in your gut that they've been going up, and might not keep track of it because you get the credit card in, you don't think about it anymore. You see the email that says, by the way, it's going up $1, don't worry about it. Well, and Hollywood Reporter came out with an article and said if you just look across streaming, they called it streamflation. The price of all streaming went up 20% this year. 20%. That is highway robbery. This is like the worst of cable, the worst of Comcast in the mid 2000s when ESPN would go up in price and you'd get a little. They never did 20% in a year. Never. And here we are, we're past cable. Nobody has cable anymore, and they're doing exactly what cable did, which is to gouge us. And I just wanted to ask you guys, number one, I realize that we are addicted to TV and we will continue to keep watching it. But of the streamers that you have, Rhea Hughes, is there one with the prices where they are on the chopping block? And if
There,
so,
there actually
which
is,
is it?
and it's a British one. Like, I mean, I have to have Netflix, I have to have Prime, Clark watches all those. I went through recently and got rid of a lot of the ones we weren't watching. Like, we don't watch a lot on HBO Max. And I just said to Clark, if you want to watch something on it, I'll go on, wait till it's all out. I'll go on for a month, which I think you can do, right?
Yeah.
With HBO. I'll go on for a month and get it. So, but so I watch my British shows primarily via my Prime thing, but it's BritBox, Acorn, and PBS Masterpiece. There's occasionally shows on a lot British shows on Netflix, so which is great. Acorn, I find myself never finding anything on it. It's very rare that I find it, and I go, I'm going to go through it a couple more weeks, but I don't like anything on it. So I'm going, why am I paying for Acorn when I don't really watch anything? My shows are primarily BritBox shows, PBS and Netflix for British. So I think I'm probably going to get rid of Acorn.
Angelo, I know you got rid of Hulu in solidarity with
Yes.
Jimmy Kimmel. Is there
Well,
any else?
I did not pay 20% more this year because I dumped Hulu and Disney. And I did it because they don't really care about the First Amendment. And I did it to stick it to Robert Iger, who runs this. All right. So I have these things and I just do them on my own and they don't lead to anything, but I feel better about it. All right.
There you
The
go.
one I use the least, and this is mind boggling, and I will not cancel it, is Amazon Prime. Yeah, they have sports events. I have to watch those. I'm addicted to that. They got a huge library. They got a library of stuff that exceeds all of them. It connects me to BritBox or Acorn or anything I want if I want to subscribe there. but their original programming is uniformly
Terrible.
and if you're going to judge it on that alone, you'd say to yourself, they got all this money. Jeff Bezos, billions and billions, and they can't produce good original programming. So that's the one. If you force me to do one, I would get rid of the Roku channel. It's all old stuff. I'm not even sure if I have to pay for it. But here's I wanted to rank them, Jack.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Here's the way I ranked them. The top 6, all right? Netflix is 1, Apple is 2, Paramount Plus is 3, Peacock 4, HBO Max 5, and Prime is 6. That's the way I put them.
That's a really good rank. I don't know. I might switch HBO Max and Peacock just because I like more of the Warner Brothers stuff. That's a really good ranking. I agree with that fully.
And it's sad for the Amazon Prime because they should be beating everybody.
Well, so I'll never get rid of Amazon because I need Prime. I order so much stuff from Amazon, so it's just an add-on. But I will say, Angelo, I think you've made a good point there. You read about what Jeff Bezos is saying with the James Bond. He owns James Bond now outright. They're making a new James Bond movie. And the word is he's insisting that Sydney Sweeney be a Bond girl, which to me says you don't understand anything about how these movies are done. He might just have bad taste. He might just have billionaire taste, and nobody around him is saying, hey, Jeff, that's not a great idea. Sydney Sweeney's not a Bond girl. You can't. That's like when they made.
Let me ask you a question. Why wouldn't she be? She's like a starlet. She's beautiful. I mean, there's Bond girls have always been. I mean, wasn't Brigitte Bardot a Bond girl?
I think you have to have some sort of allure beyond just being pretty. They tried to make Denise Richards a Bond girl.
I don't know.
And it didn't work. Remember, she was Dr. Christmas and she was a nuclear physicist. That was dumb. You can't.
Like whatever.
I'm sorry. I'm with Rhea.
Drop dead gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. I'm not
Sweeney, and she's talented.
Yeah.
And frankly, she is curvaceous. If you know what I'm saying.
She belongs in elevated.
Put her
track.
in a bikini, Jay. She's in a bikini in the next Bond film. You're not watching that.
I'm still watching it. I'm just saying it's not the greatest choice. That's all.
Ange, I'm going to get him. Ange, I'm going to get him on this. Okay, Jay, who's your Bond girl?
That's a very good question. I should have thought of this before I came in.
Go in, Rhea.
Yeah, I'll tell you who. Now I can't remember her name. The blonde girl from the Mission Impossible movies. I'll think of it. I'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Let's talk about somebody I missed there, but let's talk about somebody who never misses. Right. Our good friend, Steven Singer. Tell me about Steven Singer.
Let me start by ranking the jewelers on Jewelers Row. All right. Yes. There's Steven Singer. Then there's a massive gap, and then there's all the other pretenders, all right? And Steven Singer is the best, especially right now. Time is running out already on the next big gift, and that's Valentine's Day. And like we used to hold promotions with this stuff. Rhea's talked to you about the Gold Dip Roses, which is a great gift under $100, but it goes way beyond that. A lot of guys drop to their knee around here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're in your 30s now, guys. Let's make the move. She's not going to wait forever. And I realize that sounds old-fashioned, but I am, so it's fine. You're not going to get a better place to find a diamond ring. Stephen will give you tips on how to propose. We have watched people propose right in the jewelry store itself, doing promotions there. Guys, you need a good gift. Go to the right jeweler, Steven Singer Jewelers.
It's great. I was just in there before Christmas with Clark, and I just love. I gotta say, it's like really cool to me when I'm watching guys in there getting the diamond ring, because I'm always like, go a little bigger, just a little bigger, So, but here I want to show. Angela mentioned, Ange, wait till you see this color. Their newest color, sunset.
Oh.
Look at how beautiful that is.
Oh, Rhea, get me a free one.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool. No. That's one of his most beautiful ever.
Wow. Yeah. That may be the most beautiful. But the bottom line is he came up with the concept for the Gold Dip Rose. Yep. He comes up with the colors. And in the end, you profit from his brilliance. Steven Singer Jewelers, the other corner of 8 to Walnut. IHateStevenSinger.com.
You hit the button right in the app. Go get yourself a Valentine's Day gift. Who loses there? Nobody. All right. So Vanessa Kirby was who I was thinking of, Rhea. That's what I was looking
Okay.
at. I think she is the exact right Bond girl. She's beautiful, but there's also a little bit of mystery and danger there. That's all. There's got to be danger, Rhea.
There would be very dangerous if you got anywhere near Sydney Sweeney. I'm just telling you right now.
Not only from her security team, but from my wife as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rhea, what do you got for us in British Corner this week?
So this is going to be interesting because I'm going to review one and I'm going to preview one, but kind of all in the same thing because I was really disappointed in one, so it kicked me over to another. So the game on BritBox came on. It's two actors, older actors who are in, I didn't write their names down, but they're in tons of British shows. So it's a retired detective. It's only 4 episodes. So retired detective who retired having never caught, it's called the Ripton Stalker, who was a serial killer. So he retires, his wife's still working, he lives on a beautiful street, in England. He's got really wonderful neighbors, and his best friend across the street dies under mysterious circumstances. And this other guy moves in. And the feeling is that this guy might be the Ripton Stalker, and he's decided to play a game with the detective because he's retired and he never caught him. It's a phenomenal premise. Absolutely. I was hooked on the premise. It was so awful. I was into, and I kept going, all right, it's 4 episodes, Rhea. You can do it. You can really do it. So I got through 3 and I had the thing in my hand. I went, oh, hell no. I can't anymore. It was that bad. I hated it. So I flipped over to what I find is like comfort food for mysteries. And Angelo, you'll agree with this because you've watched them. There's a new Harlan Corben mystery on Netflix called Runaway. They're all based in either, London or, some European country. James Nesbitt, also a very favorite British actor. He's got a lovely family. He's married to Minnie Driver, who I haven't seen in anything in a really long time. They have 3 beautiful children. The oldest one, she's an older teenager. I'm going to say around 17. She kind of disappears with her drug-addled boyfriend for like 6 months. The father keeps looking for her, finds her busking in a park, beats the boyfriend up. It goes viral. Somebody's filming it. And 2 days later, the boyfriend's dead. You know where this is going. The father gets accused. He's still, that is 8 episodes. I am almost 3 episodes in. Harlan Corben, much like his novels, listen, they're not ever going to win a Pulitzer Prize or whatever you get for, but they're thrillers. They're fun. They move fast. The story's great. So I will review it all next week, but I am almost 3 episodes of this, and I at no point reached for my clicker.
The word I keep hearing about it is either elevated trash or elevated airport novel, something like that.
100%.
And Rhea, that is my favorite. I love it. I live in that
There's
neighborhood.
nothing wrong with it.
Not at all. Give me John Grisham books all day long, and I am happy. Angelo, what do you got for us this week?
I had a similar experience from Rhea in that I went into something knowing I would love it, and I hated it. And it's a remake of a 1989 film, The War of the Roses, with Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas. This is just called The Roses. It features 2 great actors, but Rhea knows these people very well: Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman. I mean, right?
That's royalty. Royalty
doesn't work. I'll say this: I hung in till the end, and the ending is phenomenal. I mean, it's mind-bogglingly great. It's witty and smart and wow, but it's too much to get to. Then I tried The King of Collectibles because I love sports memorabilia. And this is a 3rd season, and it's a really interesting show. They find amazing. They found a new Hannes Wagner baseball card.
Wow.
Rhea, one that had never been discovered in some person's attic and all that. But the guy Ken Golden, the guy who's the king of collectibles, is the weirdest guy I've ever seen in my life on TV. Rhea, he's way more wooden than I would be. He is like and he gets to cruise around for pep talks, and it's just cringeworthy. Can't do it. Then I saw something and I realized, no, this is what I have to recommend. And I can't recommend anything higher because I have never seen, in all the years I've watched TV, a better sense of political commentary than what we are witnessing on a weekly basis right now by Jon Stewart on The Daily Show.
Yeah.
And if you did not see Monday night and how he handled the weekend, and toward the end, Jay, of this 20-minute piece that he did, he does an interspersing with cuts.
Yes.
That is one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen in my life. And he's used cuts great before. But look, now he's speaking Jay's language. Jay is not a Trump guy. I am not a Trump guy either. You don't have to love or hate Trump to admire how brilliantly he's making his case against what we are seeing right now in this country. It is hilarious. It is brilliantly conceived and perfectly executed with all the usual weird little twists that Stewart gives you to make it more fun. And I want you to understand something. I am not the biggest fan of Jon Stewart for one reason. Keep watching after he does his piece and watch his interviews. He may be the worst interviewer in the history. Rhea, no one can get past the sentence before he interrupts. He talks.
Interruptions, they're the worst.
He talks more. You know how you can tell? Look, I went to journalism school. You know how you can tell when an interview's going badly? When the guy asking the questions is talking a lot more than the guy answering them. And that happens all the time. He's a terrible interviewer. Do not stay past the first segment. But if you want to say Eric Severide, you think of all these great political commentators of our past, nobody has ever done it better than Jon Stewart is doing right now on The Daily Show, Monday night at 11 on Comedy Central, or you can watch it the next day the way I do on Paramount Plus.
And you're absolutely right, Angelo. One of the best use of it was basically Mad Libs where the administration was filling in the blanks, and it was just fantastic.
Incredible.
Okay, so I don't have a review this week because Keith Hughes from Haddonfield wrote in and said, essentially, Jay and Angelo were talking about Mad Men last week, and then you also talked about Keane's love of classic movies. I would like to suggest Keane watch The Apartment, the great Jack Lemmon movie from the 1960s, because I think that sort of sits at the intersection of those things. Keane watched it, and I would like to read his review. It's only 4 paragraphs. He says, honestly, this movie should be called a shootout, considering how many Chekhov's guns are firing. Just a fantastic airtight script. Jack Lemmon is incredible. I deeply relate to a man who, for the life of him, cannot pick up on social cues. Angelo, I think you and I are both there as well. If I had to sum this movie up in one sentence, I'd say it's about how the patriarchy harms both women and men. And on top of all of that, it's genuinely hilarious. I really wish I could have seen it in a packed theater, hearing everyone react together. So that is 5 stars on The Apartment from Keane Black.
Wow.
So if you
How old is he? How old is he?
He's 18. He's just
he's really smart. Wow.
He loves movies.
Jay, how did it happen?
Yeah.
He's good looking too, Rhea. I got to meet the real father. Track him down.
And let me just say, he's right about The Apartment. It's fantastic. And it's right in the same era as Mad Men. You should check it out.
Yeah.
For sure.
And Keith or anybody else, Keane is always looking for, if you have a classic movie that you'd like an 18-year-old to watch and review, write in and tell us because he'll do it. Thank you so much. Angelo, what we talk about this week?
All right. If you would like to actually watch the Golden Globes, including the first 15 minutes when Nikki Glaser kills it, that's available on Paramount Plus. One Battle After Another was the big winner. You can watch it now on HBO Max and agree with me that it really has no screenplay and that the guy should never have won for that. Pluribus is on Apple Plus. Better Call Saul, if you're looking for a way to compare Rhea Seehorn, she was brilliant also in Better Call Saul on Netflix. Rhea is telling you to check out Runaway, the Harlan Corben piece on Netflix, but don't check out The Game on BritBox because it's a stinker. All right. I also will tell you, don't watch The Roses or King of Collectibles because they're just not worth your time. But do watch Jon Stewart on The Daily Show. The rest of the week, not so much, but check him out on Paramount Plus. And The Apartment is available on Tubi and Pluto for
Yes.
free.
Well worth your time. That man right there is Angelo Cataldi. You can get his book Loud at angelocataldi.com, amazon.com, or let him read it to you on audible.com. Rhea Hughes, I almost said Rhea Seahorn. Rhea Hughes over there, you can see every week or every single morning. And, if you're an Eagles fan, this would be a good week to watch to get the vent your spleen on
Stink bomb. Speaking of stink bomb,
the WIP Morning Show, which is available on YouTube, or you can check out her fantastic Instagram page, Rhea Hughes 94 WIP on Instagram. Or if you'd like to see me talk politics and get yelled at by MAGA, go to Hello J Black on Instagram. It's a ton of fun. And special thanks to our sponsor, Steven Singer. And we'll be back next week with more great TV talk.